Hello, line 2, Josh in St. George. You're on the air.
Yes, Doris. Earlier you were talking about Joe Smith having 11 wives.
11 wives who were already married to
other men.
Living husbands. He had 43 wives.
Yeah, he had 43 wives. But the question is, where does it say the reason why that they went out? Why he was condemning them?
Condemning who?
Well,
Joseph Smith.
Section 132 was
because they were just out wanting to have more husbands, or?
Well, no, Section 130.
I'm in Section 132.
Okay, but okay, now one of us has to talk and the other has to listen.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The last part of Section 132, Joseph Smith decries the women who are not faithful to their husband. Now, a man can have 10 virgins, he said, but the woman must remain faithful. That's what it says in Section 132.
Which is totally contradictory to what he practiced, because he married 11 women who were married to other living men. So it's a contradiction.
Right.
There isn't anything else to say about it.
Okay, but do we know the reason why?
Why what?
He married them.
Because he was a pervert. Sorry.
Pervert? Basically, at that time,
Sorry.
I don't know if you know that they were getting persecuted.
He loved women. He had like 10 women that were all under the age of 18 were married to him. He was
The age of 18?
under 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
Where does that give? Where's that information?
There's a book called In Sacred Loneliness by Todd Compton. Todd Compton is a Mormon, a Mormon in good standing, so you can trust his work. He's got all the footnotes, all of the documents, the journals. There's also another book called Nauvoo Polygamy, and you can even search the internet and find all this information out. It's all there, and you do good to study it.
The reason why he married them is because their husbands were getting murdered.
No, they were alive.
These
They were
women,
alive?
They were alive.
These
Their men were
alive. And in fact, some of them, after Joseph Smith died, they were still living with their husband, and they turned around and married either Brigham Young or Heber C. Kimball, and they were still married to their other husband.
So you say from that guy's books that's where you'll find the information?
Well, there's diaries too.
Yeah.
Some of his wives kept diaries. I mean, there's a ton of documentation. The Mormons don't even deny it, really, for the most part.
Not the
so you can do your own
church.
research and find it.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, that's true. It's there. So just try those 2 books and try the internet. Just do a search for Joseph Smith's plural wives. You'll find it.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sorry about my comment. That
No,
was
no
probably out of
problem.
line.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Cindy?
Yes.
Yes, Cindy. Are you visiting here in Salt Lake, or are you calling from South Carolina?
No, visiting.
Okay. Just wondered about that. You're on the air. What's your question?
My question is about, this is my first time to view your program. What is the purpose, actually, of your ministry?
Our ministry is to let the polygamists who believe that they are required to practice polygamy in order to please God and attain celestial glory only through the practice of polygamy. We are here to teach them the biblical viewpoint that God has on polygamy, to prove to them the Bible never commands polygamy as Joseph Smith claimed it did, and that Jesus is our Savior. Practicing polygamy or anything else is not.
Joseph Smith said in, is it DNC 132? That you have to practice polygamy in order to have salvation. And so the purpose is to tell people the truth, which is the biblical truth, which is the only truth.
As I listen to your program, I get more of an impression that you're speaking as an specifically, I guess you're targeting the Mormons, anti-Mormon message is what I'm receiving, and also from my understanding, and that the LDS Church or Mormons no longer promote polygamy.
Cindy, at the beginning of the program I mentioned that it might surprise a lot of Mormons to know that the polygamists believe in basically the same doctrines as the Mormons believe. The Mormons
But Mormons no longer promote polygamy, is that correct?
The Mormons have, they no longer practice polygamy, but they still believe in it. They still seal multiple wives to men in the temple, and they're looking forward to the day when they will practice polygamy again here on this earth.
And the Mormons believe in everything that Joseph Smith taught.
Right.
So,
He's the
unfortunately,
I guess I'm kind of confused.